Greetings. My name is Mark Lefebvre, and I am the chair of the University Alumni Awards Committee. And I am pleased to introduce you to our 2020 Alumni Award recipients. And as we are not able to gather in person, we want to share with you a video about each award category to honor our 2020 award recipients. The Alumni Odyssey Award is presented to graduates in the early years of their career path, having distinguished themselves through successes in career endeavors, notable achievements in their local community or the University of Windsor, or through a significant or innovative achievement in their professional or personal life. And now, a little about this year's recipients.
Greetings. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Mitch Fields, Dean of the Odette School of Business. And we're here to honor Alyssa Atkins, who's a 2020 Odyssey Award winner. We're proud of Alyssa, who is also recently the founder and CEO of Lilia, a fertility tech startup company. Alyssa, on behalf of the Odette School of Business, I want to congratulate you on this accomplishment. I can't think of a more worthy recipient. You embody everything we strive for: success in and out of the classroom, an excellent career, and I know recently I got to sit in on one of your presentations to the MBA students, so you come back and you give back to the university in Odette. So thank you very much.
My name is Alyssa Atkins, and I'm a recipient of the Odyssey Award. I was so excited. This is not something I've actually shared out loud or really intellectualized myself until you told me this, but when I was in university, I would walk down the halls of the CAW Center, and I remember seeing these Odyssey Award winners seeing their pictures on the hallway, and I thought to myself secretly, without admitting it, that I wanted to be on the wall one day. I mean, the University of Windsor and Odette gave me my start. It was the space where I kind of came into my own and found my ambitions. I'm really appreciative, and it really stands out to me that U Windsor created space for me to chart my own path, to be a bit rebellious and support that, because that rebellion is the foundation of any entrepreneur. Lilia is just over a year old. We've gone through the prestigious Y Combinator program down in Silicon Valley and raised over $1 million from some really well-known investors from San Francisco and Toronto, and we're just getting started. So many people have been involved in my growth and my path. Top of mind is my grandmother, who is one of the women I most admire in my life. My parents, they also, I think, created space for my rebellion and really created space for me to just be myself. Other folks at the university are my stepmom, Jenny Atkins, who I've looked up to her since she was brought into my life when I was 12, and she's taught me so much about being a woman and creating, demanding respect and being ambitious. Vincent Georgie, I love you. He led our debate team and taught me lots about branding and marketing, and I think I've carried that into my company and in my personal brand, and so I just love engaging with him. Francine Schlosser, Francine also really pushed my ambition. Martha Reedley as well. I think she helped me flame my feminist roots in building what I'm doing today. Oh my gosh, how could I not mention Barb, the heartbeat of Odette? Barb is so admired and respected by all of the students. She nominated me, and I'm so appreciative. So I would love to say thank you to the U Windsor Alumni Association for cultivating the alumni's ambition and celebrating what we've accomplished. That's why I'm U Windsor proud.
I'm delighted to be talking about Ryan Donnelly, who's the winner of a 2020 Alumni Odyssey Award. Ryan is a very uniquely qualified individual. He has 2 degrees from Odette. He has both a Bachelor of Commerce and an MBA. And on top of anything else, Ryan is also an NHL hockey player. Ryan was also served for several years as program administrator to our MBA program, meaning he was the one that really was the administrative support and the backbone of the MBA. Ryan's had a great career. When he left Odette, we were very sad to see him go. He went to the Faculty of Human Kinetics, and he had a great opportunity for himself there. After leaving Human Kinetics, he went to work for the Windsor Economic Development Corp, and most recently he became an economic development officer for the town of Lakeshore. It's been a great career. We'd absolutely love to see him stay involved with the university, and I would be very surprised if he didn't stay involved in the university. I mean, Ryan really does embody Odette proud and Windsor proud, because he wears that badge, and I know he takes that commitment very seriously, a really giving back kind of person who just really wants to be there for the faculty, for the students, and for the school.
Hello, my name is Ryad Donnelly. I am one of the 2020 Odyssey Award recipients. I was extremely honored, surprised, very proud, extremely proud. There's a number of folks that I know that have won this award before me, and to be in that caliber of individual is extremely, my heart is warm. So. Very thankful. My academic path is slightly different than others. I had the opportunity as a young person to play for the Windsor Spitfires here in Windsor. I was a captain, and then signed a contract with the Calgary Flames. So I spent 2 years with their organization and then 2 years with the Anaheim Ducks organization. Unfortunately, probably fortunately for my current life, injuries cut short my hockey career. So at 24 years old, I was kind of at an inflection point. I spent 3 years finishing my undergrad, and then I spent my year doing my MBA. Of course, in professional life, being in economic development, the required business understanding and acumen that I've picked up as an undergrad and then as an MBA is something that I use regularly, daily, if not minute by minute. To the University of Windsor Alumni Association, thank you. Thank you. It is an honor to win this award, and I sincerely appreciate it. The one thing that I'd like to continue to do, and I encourage you to do, is continue to bang our chests and talk about how great our school is, how great our alumni are, and continue to be proud anywhere we are. So once again, thank you. It's an honor to win this award.
Tiffany, congratulations on winning the University of Windsor Alumni Odyssey Award. You are so deserving, and I'm thrilled to see your contributions be recognized in this way. I've had the pleasure of working and conspiring with Tiffany over many years. Sometimes that's involved supporting programs that are designed to support youth with mental health challenges. Today, it's sitting on the University of Windsor Board of Governors together. Tiffany, I have to thank you for stepping up again, this time to join the President's Anti-Black Racism Task Force. Thank you for always volunteering your smarts and your dedication and your advocacy. Tiffany is a star. She regularly appears on CBC's Power and Politics. Her writing appears on the Toronto Star's Sunday Politics page. She is a musical talent, and she is a superb political strategist. As but one example, Tiffany worked with Black organizations to meet with parliamentarians in Ottawa, and she secured the first sit-down with the Prime Minister and those organizations. Thank you for doing all of University of Windsor alumni proud, Tiffany.
I was honestly just honored. It's been, my career thus far has been very forward focused. I don't do a lot of time thinking about what's been accomplished so far, and I think it's really amazing that the Alumni Association puts the effort into recognizing young graduates, and within your first 10 years of graduation you can do a lot. And looking back at the nominations, it was really beautiful to see that there was something to be celebrated, and was really happy that the Alumni Association made this presentation. So big thank you. I feel like my experience at the University of Windsor shaped so many of the core pieces of who I am today. I was the president of the UWSA for the 2009-2010 years. Those were big years for the university at the time. We had some turbulent issues that we were dealing with that students really needed to be at the table for, and so it was a crash course in crisis communications and coalition building for me at 21 years old. And then, I wrote as well for the Lance newspaper in the sports section, actually. One of my first jobs was at the St. Denis Center, and so I was a part of the athletic community for quite some time. And then, of course, singing the anthem at all of those games. I loved being in the St. Denis Center, singing the anthem, and then running back and making sure we were serving our hot dogs with the concession stand where I was the manager. And so that was really fun. And I was the first president to work with Dr. Wildeman when he became the president of the university, and being the person to start that relationship and build that relationship on behalf of students was a true honor for me. And began working in politics pretty much right away. I was the executive director of the Young Liberals and moved to Toronto for that job, and continued to work at Queen's Park for about 6 years between the Premier's office and multiple different ministers' offices. Of course, working as a writer as well for the Toronto Star, with a bi-weekly column with them, CBC commentary, and lots of other work through that space. Currently serving on the Board of Governors for the University of Windsor, and that's been an incredible experience thus far. And I have been really happy to see within this last year that there's been a lot of movement and work towards addressing anti-Black racism, and this is across Canada, of course, really around the world. Well, I was lucky. There's an entire tribe of people, so once I start naming them, I'm sure it would be really tough, but of course my nominators, Lucy Tancock-Marcoux for nominating, and Jody Butts and Tashini Harrison, seeing that nomination come through really meant a lot to me. And my mother, a really amazing woman who made sure that I could go to the University of Windsor. But I think it's worth mentioning Dr. Wildeman. I think that he, in that time as president while I was at the University of Windsor, really built a strong relationship with students, really cared about building the institution, both in the brick and mortar form, but also the culture of the institution. As a woman of color from the Windsor community, 5 generations deep in Windsor, and a daughter of the Underground Railroad, I'm Windsor proud as a core part of my being, but so glad that I was able to study in the center of so much history for my own family, and also continue to give back and grow the communities in such a way that more young women of color, Black women especially, from the Windsor area as well, are also feeling like they can go to that university and really be themselves and grow into themselves and continue to give back to their communities in really meaningful ways. And so that, I would say right now, is really what makes me Windsor proud. The University of Windsor Alumni Association, thank you. Thank you so much for the work that you do to cultivate community among alumni and to ensure that there's inclusion in that community. And especially for those of us that maybe didn't stay in Windsor and are off in different cities doing different work, I think it's really incredible that you put the time in to find opportunities to connect with us and give us opportunities to connect back and build a really great community for us to be a part of. So thank you for all of the work that you do.
On behalf of the Faculty of Engineering, it was an absolute honor to nominate Ryad Kadri for the 2020 Alumni Odyssey Award. We are proud to call Ryad one of our own. Having received a Bachelor of Applied Science in Industrial Engineering from University of Windsor in 2009, a master's degree from Wayne State University, and currently in pursuit of a PhD in business, Raed is invested in the value of education. Before transferring to Toronto, Raed held an office in the Ed Lumley Center for Engineering Innovation, working with Auto21 and Ontario Center for Excellence. In his OCE role, he attracted industry partners, resulting in millions of dollars in automotive research funding and providing the opportunity to train engineering students in applied research. Today, Ryad is Senior Director of Automotive Technology and Mobility Innovation at OCE, overseeing the Autonomous Vehicle Innovation Network, an important government initiative that drives the commercialization of research by creating productive partnerships. In this role, he continues to bring industry, academia, and the government together to position the province for global success in intelligent transportation. He has been a great advocate for the Faculty of Engineering and proud ambassador of the Windsor-Essex community. I cannot think of a more deserving person to present this year's Young Alumni Odyssey Award to. Congratulations, Ryad. Cheers, and hope to see you soon. All the best.
I was excited when I heard about being selected as a winner of the University of Windsor Alumni Association's Odyssey Award. It's a very important award. It's a recognition from your fellow peers and graduates from the University of Windsor that you're on your way to accomplishing great things, and it's a bit of a milestone and an accolade at a juncture to say that you've done great work and you'll continue to do great work. It's very important once you've graduated from the University of Windsor, stay connected. And being a part of the University of Windsor alumni family allows you to connect with others that have a shared anchor at the University of Windsor. Besides the education that I received from the University of Windsor, which was very important in my career and has impacted my life, of course, my engineering degree, I've made some friends, and those friends have never left, and I think that's very important. Those people are part of who I am today, and I think I would say that I learned how to connect and network with people and make friends my time at the University of Windsor, and that's helped me throughout my career. When I graduated from university was in the middle of the recession, and luckily my time doing co-op at the University of Windsor and the great work that the co-op office did there to help me secure co-op positions actually carried me through. And my first job was at one of my previous co-op companies. I worked as a process engineering coordinator for a local manufacturer producer, and it was very important to solidify the knowledge I'd gained at the University of Windsor. And after that, I went on to work for a federal program as the business development officer, and then finished my time there as a manager of external relations and business development. And that federal program was the research network, the automotive research network across all of Canada. And that kind of led me to where I am today, where I head up Ontario's Autonomous Vehicle Innovation Network, the Government of Ontario's initiative to drive the future of our automotive and mobility sector. When I think of the University of Windsor, from when I went to the University of Windsor to where it's at now, it's transformed substantially as an institution. And that institution produces top-notch talent that's globally renowned and that's sought after globally. And that institution is a pillar in our community. It's the heartbeat of our community. And I think that's very important that the institution has put itself in that position, and that when I think about how people think of the University of Windsor and the fact that the talent from the University of Windsor is doing great things all over the world, and then they can tie themselves back all to the University of Windsor, that makes me very proud.
Congratulations to all our 2020 Alumni Award recipients. We all know people to nominate. Visit uwindsor.ca for more information and the nomination forms.